सो आप लोग के सारे लैब असाइनमेंट्स हो गए? आप लोगों ने सारे एल्गोरिथम्स रन कर लिए? आप लोगों ने गलती करी थी इसलिए उनसे श्रेया, श्रेया, प्रकाश, प्रकाश, आर यू देयर? Okay, Shreya, please speak.
Yes.
Okay, have you done all the experiments? You have implemented all the algorithms of CGM we have discussed till now? Okay, if do you have any not have any doubt, we can start then our next topic. So our next topic or today's topic is aliasing. So today's topic is aliasing and anti-aliasing. So what do you mean by the aliasing? The aliasing effect is a phenomena or appearance a jagged in what we have drawn or print on our screen. The image is appears as a jagging. So this problem is caused by first the reason is renderized image. What the image we are producing on our monitor or screen using renderization. So using the renderization, our image is appear as a jag. Okay. So what is the meaning of jag? When suppose we are plotting a line, the it's not seen smooth. There's some kind of staring in line. Okay. So before I read this definition, let's see. In, on the pen. So when we draw a line on a screen, if it is horizontal line, there's we can draw a smooth line. If it is complete vertical line, you can see a smooth line. But when we plot a line diagonally, you can see some kind of staring. We zoom it. As you can see, there is a jagging or staring in line. As we have zoom in the line or any shape, you will see like this kind of structure. There is a stair. As you can see, there is a stair kind of structure. Okay. This phenomena or appearance of object in screen we called is aliasing. Okay. So aliasing effect is the appearance of jagged edge or jaggies in renderized image. We are considering till now our screen in the form of small pixels. This kind of structure our screen has. Okay. So when we plot an object or simply draw a line, we see this kind of appearance. This effect we called it aliasing. So let's go back to our PPT. So the aliasing effect is the appearance of jagged edges or jags in the renderized image. The problem of jagged edge technically occurs due to distortion of image when scan conversion is done with sampling at low frequency. When we plot an image or anything with low frequency, this kind of jags will be appear. Is also known as the when we use low frequency, this is known as the undersampling. Aliasing occur when real world image has comprised of smooth or continuous curve are renderized using pixel. What is the meaning of this here? Just I am going to explain. Sampling means we are taking the low frequency samples. When we take the low frequency sample, this is called as undersampling. And if you remembered the Nyquist sampling theory, Nyquist sampling frequency, Nyquist this Nyquist sampling frequency says this: your samplings of sample is should be 2 of the maximum frequency of your object. If you're an object, there is one what is the maximum frequency of your object. We have to take the twice of this frequency is called the Nyquist sampling frequency. So if we followed this, if we not followed this kind of jag will be appear more. Okay. And the other reason is when your object has some this age is sharp edge, means the changes is very sharp, then this kind of age will be appear. Okay. So there is a two kind of aliasing you can define. The first is staircase, as we have seen. When you draw a line, this kind of structure appear, then this kind of appear we called as a staircase. And second aliasing effect is unequal brightness. In unequal brightness, what is meaning? Suppose this is your pixel in your screen. Each pixel is equidistant from other, as you know. So this is your LED TV and this is your LED in your screen. So when we draw a horizontal or vertical line, this distance is unique. Means equal distance. This distance is equal when we draw a line horizontal or vertical in this manner. So the brightness will be same because the distance between two pixel point is equal. At this is the point. But when we draw a diagonal line, suppose when we draw a diagonal line in this way, this distance and this distance is not equal. It's an unequal distance. So this cause of this unequal distance, what the jag or difference we seen is called the unequal brightness. So you can classify your aliasing in two way: staircase, this kind of structure you see like a stair, and unequal brightness when your this pixel points is not equidistance. Here it's equidistant, but diagonally it's not a equidistance. This distance and this distance is equal, but this distance is not a equal distance. Okay. Suppose your line is you're plotting like this, then this distance is not equal, this distance is not equal. Okay. So there's some kind of variation in brightness of line. Okay. So this cause of this unequal brightness, what the effect is visible on screen is called unequal brightness. So the next is what is anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing you can define as a technique which reduce this phenomena appearance by the aliasing. Means the anti-aliasing is a technique used in computer graphics to remove the aliasing effect. Okay, suppose you can see this image, there is some staircase is visible, but using applying some kind of anti-aliasing technique we can change the appearance of object. And this, now you can see there's some kind of smooth line you can see. Means there's a change visible is very less compared to in the first object. So anti-aliasing is a technique which reduces the effect of aliasing. So there is some anti-aliasing technique. Before we start the what are the anti-aliasing techniques, let's discuss more about the anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing makes these curved or stellar lines smooth again by adding a slight discoloration to the edge of line or object, causing the jagged edge. Right. Okay, jagged edge to blur or melt together. It is also remove the jagged edge by adding subtle color change around the line. If the image of zoomed out a bit, the human eye can no longer to notice the slight discoloration that anti-aliasing creates. Again, in this image, the change is visible, but in this image, the change is not visible by human eye, but still there is some kind of aliasing. When we zoom in, then we can see slight aliasing still there. Okay, so anti-aliasing is not remove completely aliasing effect, but it reduce the aliasing. Okay, the anti-aliasing is not remove aliasing effect, but it reduced using some kind of blurring or melting the pixels. Let's discuss the technique. So there is three method or three technique of anti-aliasing. First is, in the first method we will, as aliasing problem is due to low resolution, one easy solution is to increase the resolution. The first technique or the first solution to overcome the aliasing effect is just increase the resolution. If you have low resolution devices, just increase the resolution of your device. Suppose you have mobile phone you purchased, resolution is 640 cross 640. The first solution, you just increase the resolution of your screen. Okay, or 248 cross 2048. Okay, so the first solution is very simple, just increase the resolution of your displaying device. Then second solution is, the image can be calculated by considering the intensity over a particular region. This is called the pre-filtering or area sampling. In this sampling method, we will feel the color according to the which color is prominent on that pixel position. Okay, just again I'm just explaining. Suppose this is your screen and you're drawing a line, and just see at which pixel which is prominent here. As you can see, this area is, suppose this is a filling color, how many portion is this side and how many portion is this side. In this, how many what is the percent of this line is passing through this pixel. Means depending on the area we apply the prominent color. We will discuss this method in detail, just wait. And then in the third method is post filtering. In this post filtering, the image is created at high resolution and then digitized filtering. Means we take the sample at different position. This method called the super sampling or post filtering, and eliminate the high frequencies which are the source of aliasing. Again, I'm explaining. Again, suppose this is your screen, we create a higher of this. Suppose this is a 3 cross 3, we take 9 cross 9. Okay, then we took the sample at this at 6 different place, and averaging of this 6 sample. Okay, We will discuss again this method in detail. Just consider there are three solutions. First, increase the resolution of your device physically. The second solution is calculate the area at which pixel your object is prominent. And the third, you just sample, just consider your screen as the more resolution at the actual and sample at different position and averaging of your samples. Okay, so the first is increase the resolution, doubling the resolution in x and y. So this is your first image is a low resolution. Just count three, three, three. Nine cross. Just consider nine. Okay, and here it's the we have just increased the size. 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. 18 and cross 18. So in this first solution, we just increase the physically resolution of your display device. The simplest solution. So now you can see this as the more stairs kind of structure, but here it's a little stair structure. Means there is some kind of smoothness compared to the first screen. Okay. Now you can see in this first diagram, the first picture, the resolution is 9 cross 9. We have posed the solution is just increase the resolution. Now resolution of your increase is 18 cross 18. So the change is less visible compared to the first image. Ultimately, the definition of anti-aliasing is to reduce the effect of aliasing, not remove. It's not remove, but it's reduced. The first solution. The second solution for pre-filtering is like this. The pre-filtering method treats pixel as an area. In this method, we treat each pixel as the area and compute pixel color based on the overlap of the screen's object's pixel area. Again, just consider this is an object and we are filling with some color blue. And as you can see in the border, there's a different colored sets. It is depend on the how many area is it cover. Okay. In this diagram, each pixel is given to intensity depending on the area of overlap of the pixel of the line. So due to this blurring effect along the line edge, the effect of anti-aliasing is not very prominent, although it is still exists. But it is still exists, but its appearance is less visible or less noticeable. For sampling shape other than polygon can be, again I'm just repeating, suppose this is your true border. Suppose this is your true border, but using the renderization, we have create kind of jacks. But here, just consider this pixel. At which port, how many portion or area is covered by this? Is a 40 and 60, 40% and 60% here. At this side is a 40%. Is suppose is at 60%. So it will take the 40% blue and the remaining is white. So we suppose we are filling this color with blue, and it's the area under this blue is only 40%. The remaining color, what the color is outside, this is considered as a white. So 60% is white. Just 40% blue and 60% white. And what the color we will get, just filled in this pixel. Okay, so it's kind of light blue. Okay, here as you can see the 50% blue and 50% white. So the just 50% blue and 50% white. So what the color we will get, it will filled in this area. Here as you can see there is 70%, so just 80% white and 20% blue. So this is light blue, very light blue. Okay, so in here as you can see there's a 90% blue and 10% white. So just consider, and as you can see here is a 90% blue, means is a dark blue, means the color is near about blue. Okay, so in this way we can draw a edge of your object. Is it clear? In this pre-filtering or area filtering, we just see the how many area is covered by your object. Depending on that, we fill that object with that color or combination of colors. Suppose there is a three color at particular point, then we will combine three color and at the that ratio. Using this what we called it's a pre-filtering or area sampling. As you can see, before pre-filtering, this kind of structure will be visible, this kind of image you will see. But after applying the pre-filtering, this kind of image will be displayed, and now you can see it's a more smooth compared to the first image. Okay, if we zoom in before we applying the pre-filtering, this kind of image will be displayed. And if you zoom in, there is this kind of change, green and yellow, complete green or complete yellow. But when after applying the pre-filtering, this there is some set of color will be here, dark green and some kind of light green and yellow and light yellow. The different, it depend on the which is the prominent color in that particular pixel, a bit pixel. Okay, so now you can see this w and this w, and now you can easily see, you can say this is the more smooth. Okay, so the change is less visible here, the change is less sorry, highly noticeable. There's a stair kind of structure you can notice, but in this image the staircase is less visible or less noticeable. Okay, so the next method, post filtering or post filtering or super sampling, is the process by which aliasing effect in graphics are reduced by increasing the frequency of sampling grid and then averaging the result down. This process means calculating a virtual image at a higher spatial resolution than the frame store resolution and then averaging down to the final resolution. It is called as post filtering, as a filtering is carried out after sampling. What I want to say here, suppose just consider your image is 3 cross 3. Now in this super sampling, we just consider actual is our object is 3 cross 3, but we just consider our object is 9 cross 9. Okay, so we took the sample at different location and averaging of that 3 cross 3 into 1 for particular 1 pixel. Okay, let's see with example. One minute here, just considering, suppose this is a 1 pixel and we divide this pixel into 3 cross 3, or just consider 2 cross 2 is 4. 1 minute. And we took at the 4 different, we took the sample at 4 different place. Here the 4 different place we have took the sample pixel with and check the color of that at that sample. Here at this sample your color is white, sample 1 color is white, at sample 2 again the color is white, and sample 3 your color is blue, and at sample 4 there is some kind of sad color, kind of dark, I don't know what the color is, but it's some color. Okay, now took the average of these 4 samples and you will get this color. So draw at that particular pixel this color at the combination of 4 different color, means averaging of this 4 sample. Okay, so we have took at the 4 different place the sample and averaging of this 4, and we will get this color, white, yellow, and this color, and you will get the average color of like this. Okay, so at that pixel we will draw this color. Okay, so this is the called as post filtering or super sampling. Is it clear? Is it clear? One more method is if we draw some object, or just consider draw a line, we calculate the average. Again, we are calculating the average. One more example is there. It is. This is the example. And again, you can see if this is a true line. Here, what we have drawn. Just consider this is a true line, which actually we need to draw. Okay, but our using the renderized screen, this kind of square or grid structure, we cannot draw this line, this true structure. So what we will do, we just consider the area. Here, as you can see, just consider, start with this pixel. This is one pixel, a true pixel. Here, just see, suppose we want to draw this line is completely black, but here there is only, just consider the 30% is under your true structure. So what is that 30% of black? It will consider for this pixel. Here, as you can see, it's a around 50, more than 50%. Just as you can see, as a 55% is area under your true structure. So we'll draw that 55% black. Here again you can see there's a 40%, 50%, so 50% of black. And here you can see there's an around 90% is 90% is pixel under your true structure, true line. So it will 90% of black. Okay, so you can see it's the more black compared to the other pixel near of this pixel. Okay, here it is around 80% or 75% around, so it's less black compared to the 90%, and it's higher high dark black compared to this, where it's just around 20% under this pixel. Okay, so the how much it's covered under your true line, which color we will plot. So this kind of line you will be see, it's still jagged line, but each pixel has a different color depending on how many area under your true structure for that pixel. In this pixel there is a 95%, so it's more darker compared to the other pixels. So this is one more method for anti-aliasing or reducing the aliasing effect. Okay, so is it clear to all of you? Is it clear? If it is not clear, let's see. Suppose this is your grid structure of your screen, and you plot a line. You can dark a complete grid. You cannot dark half of this structure. Okay, you cannot take this much portion. You have to took the whole pixel. Okay, because this is the minimum unit which you can color. Okay, so suppose you want to draw a straight line, diagonal straight line. So what you will do, you just suppose this color, this is your initial point and this is your last point, and you want to draw a straight line in between these two pixel. Which color, which pixel you can took around this 9, there's 3, 8. There's an 8 possible way where you can draw the color. Okay, so which one is more suitable for this one? So you will took this color, this kind of structure you will draw. Again you can see there's some kind of jagged here. Okay, so how we can reduce this jagging is called ultimately is anti-aliasing. Okay, we can use this reduce this anti-aliasing using some kind of different color Okay, like if you there is a light blue, so you can apply this kind of structure. Now you can see it's a more is a smooth line. Okay, one more thing, line. Let's draw. Suppose you want to draw this line. Okay, now let's draw a line here. As you can see at this pixel position, it's covered by 70% by 70% area is covered. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. This is your structure of line. Okay, now you see which color, which pixel is prominent or under this true structure. Here it's a more under your area, so we will color more darker, but not completely black like this. And it's a very means it's around 15% is under your true structure, so we will draw a less light. Take the color set. This is structure you will draw. Okay. So this kind of you will follow method. Okay. So again, I am asking if you have any doubt, you can ask. If you have any doubt, you can ask. So your unit second has been completed. Unit 1 and Unit 2 has been completed. If you have any doubt in these two units, you can ask. Okay, so now I'm ending this class now. If you have any doubt, you can ask or just write the attendance in chat. Write P. If write P and leave the class. बोलो
सिलेबस क्या होगा?
थोड़ा लाउडली बोलो बेटा, आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी.
सर मिड टर्म का सिलेबस
मिड
फर्स्ट
टर्म का
और सेकंड
सिलेबस
यूनिट ही है.
दोनों यूनिट आएगी. हमने यहाँ तक पढ़ लिया, सारा आएगा. मतलब हमने यूनिट 1 यूनिट 2 कंप्लीट के लिए दोनों यूनिट मिड टर्म का सिलेबस है. ठीक है.
यस सर.
Okay, now you can leave. Write the attendance and leave.